And hello to Anno 1800. I still love this game and we are getting quite far now, I think. Oh, one of our ships is under attack. Let's have a look real quick. As you can see now, we are at peace with Anno and I think one of them is still attacking me. It could only be him. I tried a ceasefire. Let's try one. And he wanted, like, okay, in this case it doesn't even show me the number, but he wanted 900,000 to have a peacefire with me. Well, enough said about him. He knows his own doom, I think. And we're going to sell now a few of those ship of the line, so 50,000 each, and we also get back some of our influence. And I don't expect another major war in the upcoming, well, hours or so. So we can just sell some of my fleet, getting some money out of that, and also more influence back. We should have enough influence now to have the commuter pier here in our new village. Let's build that. Perfect. And now we have the workforce available, but much more important, we can now provide workforce, the farmer workforce for that. Let's also have a clay pit, or let's use those clay pits here for our brick factory. But I think, wait a second, it needs workers, so we still need to keep pushing with some farmers here. I definitely want to upgrade to workers as well, but right now we need more farmers, and that's the reason for this island here actually. And also because it has another oil deposit that we need. Iron deposit, not oil. Iron over here, there it is. And we need more iron ore. That's quite important. So here we have it for the iron mine, which also costs some workers, but we do have enough workers anyway, and I think we have enough bricks and wood. Let's get the street over there and build the clay pit and 2 brick factories. Okay, to produce some bricks, and also the iron mine we can build like that with a warehouse. Nice, we have a coal deposit here. Should we use that while we are at it? We can build another coal deposit because we will need coal quite soon. That's good. We also need another clipper because we want to ship those goods then to Sleepy Hollow. So that's everything we can do here now. We have also sold the ships here. Very nice. And I've also sent another expedition on its way, so we want more animals. Okay, so one thing that I've neglected thus far are the town halls. So town halls is this one here, and we can build it and put an item on it, and it affects the area around that building then. So we could build it, for example, here. So there is still some space left here, so I can use that space. It wouldn't look perfect, but we can save a house or something like that. So I think we should be able to build one in here. Yeah, very nice. So that's the town hall that we have here. We can also make it a bit more beautiful in the background, like having a statue for that, or a pavilion. A pavilion wouldn't fit this one here, but statues would fit this one nicely behind town hall. And we're still on medium speed. I don't want that. So the memorial statue of Anno 1602, I like that. And then perhaps a few more trees around that, make it more beautiful. Very nice. And now we can click on the town hall and we can assign an item, and we do have some items. So we have the lecturer that increases the workforce of the building surrounding it by 10%, and we also have the lax water treatment law, increases the income of 25% for all the buildings, but also the illness, but we do have hospitals. Let's see how much that brings us actually. Well, 1,500 in addition to that. That is one item, and we could also use the second item here, the lecturer, to increase a bit the workforce of the surrounding buildings. And I don't care if we have to destroy one of those buildings. We can just replace it with some beautiful buildings that increase the attractiveness a more attractive mess, and it means also more tourists. Okay, so that looks good, and we have a town hall now. We don't have any more items, so I'm going to leave it at that for the town halls. And we go now to the new world again. Last time I told you that we wanted to increase now our oil production. So for that reason I've sent some ships to the new world. Not only this one here, but 2 more should have arrived by now. There was this message, you know, and that's the one. Pocahontas. We're going to send him now to Caton as well. And there should be a second one somewhere lurking around. It's this one here. A cargo ship. Transporting even more goods to Catan that we need. And we also need more warehouses as far as I can see. There is a fire over there. Let's build a fire station real quick. The thing is that fire breaks out when you build those factories too close together, and usually that's not a problem because you have a fire station. Sometimes I just forget it though, just build one. And we're going to have one here too. So you need a fire station wherever you have factories close together, like this one here. Okay, but that's okay, so fine. We do have a lot of rum here. I wonder where the ship is that I sent for the rum.
No forgiving. Never.
Let's see, there should be rum. Oh, there's rum. Yeah, okay, we have enough rum here in Sleepy Hollow now too. There is the ship for that. So you just send it to my population and up goes the balance again. But I think one ship is not enough. So let's open that trade route for rum. The schooner, yeah, the schooner is a problem. What other ships do we have? We do have quite some ships, especially in the old world. So there I've got this clipper here that I could use for that. And in the new world I should have a ship, Pocahontas, perfect. Let's assign Pocahontas to that. Much better than a schooner. So that we have 2 ships for that. And we still have 2 idle cargo ships here, that is good. Because I need one of them. I need the Walrus to create a new trade route from Mayans to Sleepy Hollow. And that was the iron ore that we want. This one here. Let's say 2 times, even though I think that's too much already. And some coal. Let's also get the coal to Sleepy Hollow. And the Walrus number 2. That was it. Perfect. So now we have those goods being delivered as well. I think I still have too many warships though. I mean, with that fleet here I could easily take the last island. No, I can't. He focused rather strongly now on harbor defenses. That's going to be a problem. But I'm not interested in his island here anyway. And I wonder how he can manage to still have the highest tier buildings here. But it doesn't matter so far. We have a lot of workers now and farmers. Farmers, that's the important one. So, because we need more hops farms as well. So here in Mayans we have lots of space for the beer production for hops. Because I think I'm running out of space here. Especially if I want to have my farmhouses here. So I can do one thing. I can just remove those farmer buildings and just, you know, relocate them to this position here. So let's do that. Let's have some more houses here. That is really a beautiful island here. Very big, very spacious. So we can do quite a lot here. It even has the right fertility. So we could have schnapps here, we could have beer here, we could have the red pepper, so for the canned food. And we even have fur abundance as well. So we could have another canned food production chain up and running. And I don't want to do an escort mission now for 24,000. That's not really much. Okay, so that was quite an expansion here. We do have enough fish. We have to look at the fish here all the time as food and for timber now, and then we can continue building Mayans with more farmers. So we have 1,400 farmers at the moment. We could use that to get rid of some of those farmer buildings here. Let's see if I destroy that many. Yeah, that's okay. I didn't lose that much. And now I could have more hops farms here. And that is my goal. So let's have another warehouse here in the middle. That I'm also going to upgrade. And then we can have, for more beer, the hop farms here. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have one more here. We do have the space for it. Okay, more hops for our beer production. Very nice, looking good now. That is that. And we have enough farmers here, so let's go to New World and have a look at our oil production that we can start now. The cargo ship is here, we can unload more goods. So we should be good to go on everything. I think we're a bit low on bricks, so let's just go to La Isla and get more bricks here. We do have quite a lot there. Anyway, let's also repair that destroyed factory that we had here. Okay, here's an oil field, so that's rather comfortable here to do that now. Let's go here and build a small oil harbor, like that. And then let's have a warehouse over here and an oil refinery. Let's try to get... Nah, that's not possible. I will need 2 of them. Is that okay? Nah, that's out of reach. Okay, so I'm going to build this one here. And then I'm going to have another one for those 3 there. That is the oil refinery. But again, I need to have tracks here. So let's have it like that. And then we can build the railway to the oil harbor. And I totally forgot that it needs a railway and not a street. For that to have another railway here with those very funny looking tracks. And then I'm going to have those oil wells. And I need a bit more, I think, bricks, right? Yeah, we need more bricks for that. And then we can have our oil production here. Did it cost us anything significant though? So we still are good on steel, right? And we're still good on timber. So I'm going to have another oil production somewhere else over here perhaps. And then I can have a train over to that location. Cost some timber and some steel, but that should be manageable. So we would have to go through these farms here, but I don't think that that is much of a problem. Really. Oops. Yeah, he destroyed everything now. The thing is, yeah, there will be no connection then to that. So let's have it over here. At the far end. All of that. And then over the river, which costs even more steel, so we will need more steel for that oil production over there. It's a bit more difficult than I thought. That's the thing, when you want to have those railways. Let's have it like that. Okay, so I won't be totally optimal here now with the farm. Oh, that's okay. We'll manage here just fine. That, and also some more here. Yeah, perfect. So we didn't lose anything. Okay, so now the train can go all the way to the other side, and all we need for that is a bit more steel and a bit more timber. My ships get attacked. By whom? We are at peace here, so it can only be him, really. And if I try to request a ceasefire, he wants 800,000 of me. That is just, it doesn't make any sense. Why would he do that? No, it doesn't matter. Right, we do have some timber. I want to get more bricks. Let's get 150 tons more bricks, and we also have more steel beams here. Let's get that to Catan. And I also want to see if she sells me some steel, but she doesn't. Okay, doesn't matter really. And my island's got lots of gold, so that's going to be important as well. All those gold deposits. We can build quite a lot of them.
No more space here.
Right, and Kautschuk is also full on storage, so we need to look at that. Because I think coffee's still pretty full. No, coffee's being fine now. Perfect. And they lack some cotton, so we would have to build another cotton farm here along the sea. And perhaps one more here. Okay, so 2 more for those 2 cotton mills, then it should be fine as well. And here we got now our oil production, so we should have some oil in store. Perfect, we do. And let's see how we can transport that then. We do have a free ship. No, I want to use this ship here then for the oil transport, so we need to wait a bit. Except we do need, if we do need a special ship for the oil. Yeah, I think we need a special ship for that, because we have no ships here available at at this time. So, what ship can transport the oil?
We're running low on everything as usual.
The monitor. Nope, he's not able to do that.
It's hard to get ships. You are sure you weren't followed?
Perhaps we need to outfit them something, or perhaps the oil harbor does it automatically. It doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll have to figure that out soon. In the meantime, my cargo ship has arrived. Let's get that brick and those steel beams. So now I can build them here. Very nice. And also a second oil refinery, because I don't think that I'll make it with the trains over here. The tracks, so let's just have one more here for now. That fits quite nicely. And then we need oil well and, well, more steel beams anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We do have 2 ships, let's send both of them back to the old world to get more steel beams, and we produced something already though, so in this case, just let's get rid of that bridge here, because that cost me some steel beams, yeah. And now we can finish them. Very nice, both of them have been built. So we have more oil now, and I'll have to figure it out how to transport that. So let's have a look at the old world. Perhaps there's a ship on sale for that, with which we can do that. So there's the cargo ship, we can't do it with that one here. Perhaps we can do it only with the battle cruiser, it doesn't make much sense though. And we have the monitor. But the monitor costs 40,000, perhaps there's a reason for that. That it's so expensive, because it doesn't even have much cargo. There's a hostile takeover, but not on my island. Okay, so let's see. We have to create a route from Catan to Sleepy Hollow. Both of them should have the oil station, the oil harbor. With that, but nothing else here. So we would have to get a ship for that, a special one. We don't have that yet. Okay. So let's see how we can do that. Okay, so for the oil to be being transported over to the new island, we need an oil tanker. And the oil tanker is here in the steam shipyard that I just built. And here we have the oil tanker. But for that, we need another production line, that's the steam motors. Lucky for us, it is not very complicated. We need steel and we need brass. Let's have a look at our goods. We do have quite a bit of brass and we do have steel. Well, we had steel, but one of our ships should deliver some more steel soon. So let's also just open up a purchase offer for that. And let's just build a steam assembly, a motor assembly. And perhaps it's possible to have some electricity on that, but it's not important. Let's just have it here for now. I don't think that oh, it needs electricity. Okay. So let's have a look. We do have our steam line here. And it goes up to this point, so let's just have another paved street here. Over to that area. We should get enough electricity over there. Not quite. Not quite as much as I like to. So, well, let's have a look. What don't we need here? For example, the window makers. Let's just move them to another location here. I don't need that many windows anymore anyway. I'm going to get rid of those streets here, and then I can move my motor assembly line to this place here. It's an ugly looking building. And with that we can produce now steam motors. We need some electricity, some oil for that. So in this case I'm just going to put this one here to sleep for now, because there's no reason to have electricity here in the center anyway at the moment. You know, it doesn't change my balance at all. So I will activate it once I can transport oil to Sleepy Hollow. For now we need that oil here, and then we can start with the steam motors that we can produce now. And I need 20 of them, I think. Yeah, 20 steam motors, and then I can start with an oil tanker. Unfortunately we can't purchase them on any of these islands as far as I know. He's got a lot of minerals here, that's good. So perhaps we can have a trade route to him, for example. Eli Bleakworth, and we could just open up a trade route, I think, to get the iron ore that he has. So let's do that, let's try that. For that we can have a charter route. I don't care that much about it. We have enough influence. So let's say iron, and let's take him. Nope. Okay, charter routes are only possible on islands that you control, so we cannot do that. Let's try a normal trade route. I'm selecting him, and I select my island, and I want to get iron ore. Let's say quite a lot of that actually, and also zinc, because there's zinc on it, and we can sell them. We can unload them in Sleepy Hollow. Let's get one of our ships. The Magnificent would be a good option. Santa Maria. Let's get Santa Maria for that. Or our Imperial ship. Let's get our Imperial ship for that. Our flagship. And now we can purchase some more iron ore, because we need that. Quite a lot of that. Okay, and there's one more free ship here, because we need more steel beams for the new world. Let's send it over here to this trader here. He sells a lot of steel beams, so I could also open up a new trade route to him. And let's also build two more clippers, and I'm also going to sell 2 more of my warships. they just take my influence, and well, I don't need it that much anymore. I don't need any warships for quite some time. But that looks good now. Perfect. So I think we can wrap up this episode. We've done quite a lot, and next up is the light bulbs. We want to get them, and then we'll see, well, at some point how investors look. I can't promise you that we get investors in the next episode already. We still have lots to plan, especially up here, and I'm just going to wait now until we have 20 of those steam motors, and then we can build the oil tankers, so stay tuned.